So how about number 6?
The number 6 I've discovered is poor debt management through excessive borrowing. You know, that's the exact reason why, one of the reasons why the economy is in the condition that it is in now. You know, excessive borrowing, people getting houses that they couldn't afford. And also, well, not to mention society, but also businesses as well. They have been doing the same thing. Back in the 90s, when things started picking up from the recession in the 80s, you know, we had an attitude whereas nothing could fail as far as this economy that we're headed in. It was hustling and bustling. It was strong. You know, we always thought that the equity in our homes are going to rise. We might have bought our house for $200,000 and thinking that we're going to sell it for $800,000 6 years later. You know, but that's the mentality we have. But realistically, that's not possible.
I can see that, and the dot-com bombs. They were borrowing money left and right like crazy to do all those websites.
Right. You know,
So, just go ahead.
now I was just about to say the lack of patience, you know, also can result in borrowing for things that lose value. So that with interest payments you pay back, you pay a great deal more for the item than it cost in the first place. And this especially goes for houses and things like automobiles and furniture and things like that.
And it comes back to the keeping up with the Joneses and the discipline, but like you said before.
Indeed. Indeed.
It's interesting how these all intertwine entirely, and we're only halfway through.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, that also reminds me of a Psalms Bible verse, Psalms 27:21. It says, "The wicked borrows and does not pay back." Now, it doesn't mean one who borrows is wicked. It says the wicked borrows and does not pay back. So if you borrow and do not pay back, it's considered wicked. Wicked, but the righteous is gracious and gives. You see. Now, if in order for you to give, Shane, you have to have an abundance. Is that right?
I don't have that belief, but I could see where some might.
Well, belief as far as if you give, you have to have an abundance. If you have nothing, can you give?
Well, I believe there's plenty of everything in the world, and so I give plenty of my time and money and what I have already, even with the small amounts of abundances.
Right. But when you give it because you have an abundance of it, would you agree with that?
Yeah, sorry, I must have muted myself. Yes, I agree with that. Yeah, good point.
So my point is, Shane, with this is that if you are debt stricken, if you are stricken with debt, and you have bills out the wazoo, and you are living from paycheck to paycheck, you don't have a lot of resources to give of yourself. And you are correct. There's enough abundance out there for everyone. There's enough abundance out there for everyone. But how do you go and take a hold of that abundance for yourself so you can be righteous and gracious and give? That's my point.
Good point. So you need to think, and that's where mindset comes into play yet again.
That's where mindset comes into play.
Interesting.